Cenk Uygur, left of the left, shows up at a Turning Point USA event and praises Charlie Kirk and MAGA. Guys, I think this represents a major turning point in our cultural zeitgeist that we have to grab by the horns. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Yo, welcome back, guys. Glad to have you. Yo, let me know what you guys think. Is Cenk Uygur actually warming up to the right, or is he just majorly pissed off with the left right now? Are we seeing a red pilling moment for TYT? You guys let me know. We were talking about it a little bit yesterday. We got a video. This is pretty wild. Let's get into it, guys. Yo, if you like the content, please like and subscribe and hit that little notification bell. I appreciate you. Let's get started with a video of Cenk walking in because I think it kind of points out exactly what I'm talking about. You guys are going to see, dude, this is a mind fuck for him, man. He sits down and he's kind of like, what is going on here? Real quick, man, yo, people show up to these Turning Point USA events. It kind of trips me out, man, because it's like, dog, what is the point of like going here and just preaching to the choir? You know, I don't even get it.
Cenk, welcome.
Thank you for that warm welcome. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. So
that was it. That was it. It was just like, dude, he's a progressive leftist, right? He spent the past 9 years saying Trump is Hitler, and here he is sitting next to Charlie Kirk. Hello. I mean, yo, look, I get it. Like, as a clip, it's just a dude walking on. But, dude, who is he, bro? This is like, what is going on right now? Wow. The Young Turks host Cenk Uygur gets a warm welcome at conservative conference. Says people on the right are more warming than Democrats. Cenk Uygur, the main host for the far-left political talk show The Young Turks, attended an event hosted by the conservative group Turning Point USA. Do you guys remember what they've been saying about Turning Point USA for the past 9 years? 9 years. And now one of the largest cultural centers on the left is now showing up at their events. In his opening remark, Cenk Uygur praised the attendees, saying that people on the right are more welcoming than Democrats. He suggested that this is one of the reasons why Trump and MAGA won the popular vote. He's not wrong. He also said that people need to try working together more. Yep. Especially when they find they're in agreement on a particular issue. Yo, guys, remember we were talking yesterday about how this whole thing, Anna could be getting under his skin, right? This whole thing with the attack that happened, they could be going through a wake-up call. There could be conversations happening off screen, philosophical conversations regarding legal philosophy and just like the Enlightenment era, just different things where maybe they're figuring out that certain ideas they had weren't the most realistic after this whole experience. You get what I'm saying, man? It really seems like it. It really seems like the dude is waking up. Let's listen to him actually giving Trump and MAGA some credit here, because this is pretty wild. Like, he makes a good point. It is pretty interesting, man. And we're going to see how, yo, he's coming out and he's treating us like this, right? And he's saying this stuff to us. He's not treating his own base like that at all. Yo, let's watch this first, and then we'll get into that, man. But this is pretty heartwarming stuff. Just not for Cenk himself, man. I mean, you know, he could be a grifter. I don't care about this guy. But for the dialogue moving forward, right? That's what I'm talking about.
on the right, you guys do a great job of coalescing, okay? So you do a couple of things well. You work together well, and you're more welcoming, if I'm being honest.
We're glad Cenk's here, right, everybody?
And a lot of people on the left know this as well. If you agree with MAGA 5%, the answer you get is welcome, right? Come join us, right? On the left, if you disagree 5%, they go, get out of here, you're a right-winger, you're a fascist, right? But if you push enough people out and you guys welcome enough people in, eventually you win the popular vote. That's what I warned them about, and that's what happened, right? So, look, I propose simple rules, the 3 rules of the internet. Rule number 1, when we disagree, we fight. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Now, rule number 2 is afterwards we must have a beer together, okay? And rule number 3 is...
I love that. I love that. Yeah, man, we're going to fight. But it's all a part of the discussion. We leave it on the field, and then we go and hang out because we recognize that we're all Americans, and no one wants to live in a... Dude, the left doesn't want to live in a country where we are ruled by some fascist dictator. That's obvious with how much they're tripping out thinking Donald Trump is a fascist dictator, right? They just have no idea about how far the language of empathy can be used to get them to accept authoritarianism. They have no idea. They are totally bought up by that stuff, right? Guys, so we have to, at the end of the day, we got to understand that we're on the same team. I totally agree.
For God's sake, when we agree, let's unite. So, for the left, we have too much division. We almost never unify. I don't mean with the right. I mean internally. The left loves to attack one another. I love you guys on the left. I love...
He's not wrong, man, and it's so good seeing them recognize this whole Puritan litmus test that they got on the left. If you want to be one of us, you got to pass the test. Dude, yo, they got to end that, man. They got to end that, and engaging in real dialogue for populist solutions that involve not giving neoliberal corporatists more power. Yes, let's all work together on that. How do we lose with that? How?
Of you. But every once in a while, when we get a yes, when we agree, can we please unite? And the second thing we need is for the old, I'm being honest, and on average, not everyone, of course, but for the older Democratic voters, please turn off your television sets. They're lying to you. They're tricking you. They're trying to get you to vote for corruption. They're trying to get you to vote for policies you don't even want. So if we can do those two things, then we'll be in great shape.
I gotta show my dad this clip. Turn off your television sets. Oh my God. Cenk Uygur says, turn off your television sets. That's how you know how far it's gotten, man. But I'm just saying, this is so heartwarming to see. It is so amazing to see the cultural base, the populist base of the left getting it. They get it, dude. He is getting it. And it's his conversations off screen with Anna Kasparian. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I went into this, right? We dug into it yesterday. We dug into it some more today. I don't think this is a grift, man. I don't think this is a grift. I think this is the red pilling of Cenk Uygur. I think slowly this is the red pilling of Cenk Uygur. We've watched it time and time again. We watched it with Joe Rogan. We watched it with Elon Musk. Guys, I'm telling you right now, all right? There are two, look up, I have this other article I never told you all about, but I love it, all right? There are two types, it's called there are two types of people, all right? They're either people that realize they're libertarian or people that don't yet realize they're libertarian, okay? Because we're all libertarians at the end of the day because we want to let other people live their lives and we want to be able to live our lives without someone's boot on our neck, all right? And I think that we are watching Cenk Uygur go through the emotional part of that realization right now is what I think is going on. But guys, yo, it's not just this. It's not just the warm vibes between the populist left and populist right now. That's not it. That's not just what's going on. You know what else is going on that is super cool to see?
What I disagree with is this note.
This is super cool. Yo, while Cenk is coming to us, talking about solutions, having constructive dialogue, right? He is tearing his own base and the left a new asshole right now. I mean, yo, it is so interesting to see him talk to us in one way and then him turn to his own base and have a whole different dialogue. And then after the election, he's like, I have hope. Yo, are we seeing the red pilling of Cenk Uygur, guys? Come on, man. Come on, man. Yo, let me know after this what you guys think, all right?
Notion that Democrats have just completely abandoned the working class. I mean, it's just not true. It's fundamentally not true. And I think that the data bear that out in many ways, not only President Biden's administration, but the comparison between what Vice President Harris was proposing for the American people and what Donald Trump was. I also want to say really quickly, I am deeply hesitant to have this conversation about what's wrong with the candidates or the messaging until we have a real conversation about what's wrong with America, right? It feels like an exercise of accountability avoidance.
So bring it up. Bring it up. What do you think?
Accountability avoidance, not of the candidates, not of the donors, not of the lobbyists. No. Who?
Must be on the table. You heard what I said at the top.
Nuts?
What's that?
Am I nuts or is
So
he nuts?
I can't wait for this guy to tell us what's wrong with America. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear what it is. What's the issue?
Okay, well, sure. I can say first, foremost, and preliminarily, it seems that the sobering truth is American people have abandoned civility as a prerequisite for leadership.
Amen.
I would say white Christians, of which Donald Trump performs pretty well with, have abandoned sexual assault as a disqualifying factor for leadership. Right? Some would say, if you look at Catholics, it was never a factor for their leadership, right?
This guy literally said, they won't let us convince them to not vote for a candidate based on personal attacks and ad hominems. If we get someone to come out with an allegation, it doesn't work anymore, and that's a problem with the voters. Yo, this dude has no career. He has no ability to learn. He has no ability to adapt to the playing field in front of him. He goes and he sees that things are not the way he expects, and then he complains and gets upset. What a loser. What a loser. Oh my jeez.
I just think we need nuance when we talk about these things. When we say working people have abandoned the Democratic Party, black working people haven't.
Just so you're straight on it, Josh, it's that you abandoned them. Not that they abandoned you, but you started talking about about other things than them. That's the point.
Earlier you were talking about how black people are about a certain group of people, black and Latino people, have moved away from the Democratic Party as well because of this.
They did. But
Yo, he sees people voting for people that aren't Democrats, and he goes, there's something wrong with them. They need to be voting for Democrats. That is insane in the membrane. Yeah.
I'm saying it's because of what you did to them, not them doing it to you. Let's bring in Cenk.
Yeah. So first of all, blaming the American voters is nuts. Totally nuts. It's not their fault. It's your candidate's fault. It's your party's fault. It's your leadership's fault. So Jamie Harrison, how dare he even talk about this? What a miserable failure. Losing to Donald Trump twice. And he's at the head of the DNC when they lose this time. I think he should drink a tall glass of shut-up juice, probably for the rest of his life. How dare he talk out about how other people cost the election? Brother, take some personal responsibility. Let me tell you who else is responsible for this loss. Joe Biden. The guy's obviously senile, stayed in the race anyway because of his gigantic ego.
Look at that other guy's face. Look at that. He's like, what, really? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Oh my God, bro. Is Cenk Uygur not saying what exactly we think the dialogue should be on the left right now?
We should have had a real primary and pick the strongest Democrat that's going to fight for American voters, not blame American voters. And let me tell you something.
They had no primary. He's calling them out for having no primary. Dude, they didn't even care about their own base voting.
That no one on TV has said yet. Kamala Harris was a historic failure. We're all like playing footsie here, and oh my God, we don't want to offend the powerful.
This guy's face, the guy he's talking to right here, this guy right here, he's delusional. Look at the way he's responding to this. He's delusional. The guy has no career. The guy has no career.
Person. She was the candidate. The voters aren't the problem. Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Jamie Harrison, and the Democratic leadership are the problem. For God's sake, turn around. Stop taking all the donor money and doing only what the donors want. For once in your life, remember your voters. Stop insulting your base.
All right.
Going after.
How awesome is that, guys? Look, while he's talking to us saying all this, he's saying this to his own base in the left, guys. All right? This is wild. This is way more than what we think it is right now. There is something that this represents in the cultural zeitgeist, a whole moment right now that this represents. And it's an opportunity for us to reach out and really build a coalition, guys. It's an opportunity to really build a coalition, a rare one. And so I think it's awesome, right? To get the values of libertarianism and classical liberalism out there. Whew, we're in a moment. Let's take advantage of it. Yo, hey, if you like the content, please check out one of these other videos. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on the next segment.